everyone. Welcome to Trap Chat. I know what you're thinking. Kirsten, you're on hiatus. It's the summertime. But I had to come off because I have got something amazing that I'm working on with this beautiful lady sitting across, well, actually next to me on the screen, but across from me from my perspective. I am joined today by Tia Tucker, an extraordinary engineer, project manager. Um, I call her Phyllis Hyman, and we love Legos and putting them together. We enjoy quoting The Cosby Show, and I enjoy quoting future lyrics and lines from The Color Purple to her, and she gets them. She gets me, an amazing collaborator and friend, hailing from the Buffalo, New York area to Virginia Tech, and now somewhere in on the West Coast. I don't think you want people to know where you live, where you stay, but she is in the heart of Not Like Us. Miss Tia, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for
uh,
having me.
yes, I am good. So I want to talk to you guys. Like I said, I came off hiatus for a reason. And it is because Tia and I, through a series of conversations, we're talking about the use of AI and things like that. And everything that I was speaking from was from a recruiter perspective. So we decided that who cares about what recruiters think? No, I'm just kidding. We care about what recruiters think, but there wasn't enough attention given to how our job seekers going to use AI effectively. So we're going to spend about the next 6 weeks showcasing AI tools that job seekers can use in an engaging and memorable way to enhance their job search process. We'll be sharing AI tools that can be utilized for resume building and optimization, job search preparation, job matching, interview preparation, email messaging, salary negotiation, networking, and all of the other things. So you're definitely going to want to stay tuned for that. Tia, this was your idea. So I'm going to call you. I'm going to call you out. Why did you want to do this?
Well, I think I have a general interest in AI, consumer AI. I learned about machine learning as a student, an engineering student at Virginia Tech a long time ago, and it's come up a couple of times um, in my career related to consumer products like autonomous vehicles, for an example. Um, I think now there's obviously a boom, and I see an opportunity to look into some of the tools that exist that are available that people maybe don't know about or too shy to use because they have some maybe discomfort or lack of comfortability with AI in general um, in a way that's really practical. If you're ever going to give me a gift, besides something gorgeous or beautiful like flower Legos, I love practical things. So is it helpful? Does it work? Is it a useful tool for people? And so I've been working in the HRTA space for a while and as a project manager, and it was a shift for me, but I also learned so much about what the experience is like on the employer side, the experience is like on the recruiter side. And before then I knew nothing of that besides, what a job seeker's perspective might be. And so I think this is something fun. I've been collaborating with you. You're awesome to collaborate with. And so I thought to say, hey, you are obviously an expert in your field and know everything about TA and recruiting. And so you
We're
would be
using
perfect to
expert
partner with.
very loosely. We're using expert and know everything extremely loosely. Please do not. You want these people to come and attack me.
Okay, she's being humble. She knows all the answers, but yeah. So I was like, maybe we can partner, learn
Yeah.
something, and have something that we can share with people that might be useful.
Yeah. So from my perspective, the reason I wanted to censor job seekers came out of a conversation that you and I had, and there were a couple of aha moments that I was like, well, this isn't fun. Like, I don't want to know about my blind spots. I don't care. It's not that I don't care, but like I didn't know that that's how a job seeker actually wants to be talked to. I didn't know that a job seeker wanted things presented in this way that's better for them. So the same way that when I'm presented with HR tech or with talent acquisition technology, and I'm immediately like, there were no recruiters in the room. And no one asked, like, hello, no one asked us, like, why are we having to go back and fix the problem afterwards? You didn't ask me what my blind spots were. You didn't ask me what my pain points were. So can you please, can we go back to the drawing board and customize this to meet my needs? And it took our conversations over the series of, over the course of a few months for me to even say, you know what, this is something that job seekers need. And some of that, again, I am going to put my recruiter hat back on because I hear people talk at recruiters. I hear people talk, provide them with solutions. But again, it's usually like a list of things and hey, go figure it out for yourself. So I wanted to be able to provide something that isn't always given to me through the lens that I prefer. And give it to job seekers. And then, the unemployment rate is back up to 4.3. I still see every day job seekers looking for new jobs. They've been looking for jobs for months, some over a year, across industries, across geographic locations, across levels. So seniority from entry level to, back in the workforce. And it's just a lot. And if I'm going to be transparent, there are not enough recruiters right now to handle the questions. There are not enough career coaches who may, again, that may be having to pivot to look to do other things to give you the answers that you need right now in the moment when folks are the most vulnerable. So it made a lot of sense for us to do this right now. Yeah, that's my reason.
It's a good reason. I came across a quote that was very fitting for this, and I'm not one to be quoting people, but we become what we behold. We shape our tools, and then our tools shape us. Marshall McLuhan, who may have been a founding father of the internet, I'm not sure, maybe that's controversy, but I think it was very fitting for a project or a pet project, something like this, to think about the tools that are available to us. We're learning from them as we're creating them.
Mm-hmm.
And especially when I came across some of the tools that are out there for job seekers, you learn something about yourself in the process and using them. Someone like me with a design background, you also see some of, like you said, like blind spots or maybe some of the gaps. And so hopefully there's opportunity for us to make it easier for people as they go along.
So we've talked a lot about like why we are talking to these people right now. But can you give a little bit of insight into like how we're going to do this?
Yeah, so Kirsten mentioned that I have a background in engineering, so we're going to use the engineering process. We're going to look at this as methodical and fair as possible. The how is basically doing a full sweep and seeing, even though tools are being created every day, consumer tools in this space are being created every day, doing a sweep of all the products that we see available, trying them out ourselves, and then evaluating them with, a fair rating scale. Once we have some feedback to give people, we will say, hey, in terms of creating a resume or preparing for an interview or even discussing compensation, here are some tools that you can use that may help you along. Here are some tools that are available, but without our recommendation. So we'll be looking at things with a critical eye. Again, I'm looking for things that are useful, really useful and easy to use for people, especially considering that, like I said, not everyone is as comfortable with the idea of using consumer AI goods.
Okay. And then I heard that there was like a survey that Kirsten figured out how to put on Google.
One thing about us is we are going to challenge each other in our collaboration.
Absolutely.
So yes, I would like us to be able to sort of suss out whether or not any of the information we'll provide is helpful to people. So sort of a before and after, or just taking a general lay of the land and see how people feel about AI tools or job seeking in general before experiencing some of the bits of information that we have to share, and then finding out whether or not they have maybe a different opinion after they tried some of them out for themselves.
Yeah,
So yeah.
I love that. And I mentioned the survey. I'm very proud of it. A lot of times I tell Tia I don't know how to do stuff, or I'll ask her to explain something to me, and she just uses the right words because I don't know a lot, technically speaking. And she's very patient with me. And I was like, she said, we need a survey, or she's like talking scientific method, and I'm like, I am out of high school. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, help me out. And then I presented to her these artifacts that she was like, okay, this is actually what I was asking for. And like I said, one of those things is a survey. As I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, I do want to have input, or we want to have input from job seekers. So we're asking a series of questions about what type of AI tools do you even want to use? Are you even interested in this? So that we can kind of shape the weekly broadcasts around those things. So we'll drop it in the chat at the end of the broadcast, and then I'll share it out, email it out. You guys feel free to answer it, share it with your friends. The more responses we have, the better. So do that. This is probably the fastest and most packed with information show in a short amount of time that I've ever done. So I'm very proud of myself for that. I didn't run my mouth too much. I do hope that you will come back next week for the first show. It's going to look a little bit different. Going to have a little bit different feel. It's still going to be trap chatty, but not trap chatty at the same time.
She's sharing, guys. She's sharing with me.
I am. No, it's a collaboration. Yeah. So make sure you come back. Make sure you answer the survey. It's not a one-time thing. Don't think you missed it. Like I said, this is a living, breathing, ongoing process. And we want as much input from the audience as possible. So thanks everyone for joining me. Tia, I want to thank you personally for only putting this out into the atmosphere, but trusting me to collaborate with you and bring the best product that we can. Again, I'm Kirsten. That's Tia. And we'll see you next week on another edition of Trap Chat. Special edition. AI tools or something. I don't really do nomenclature. See you guys next week.